welcome to the Treasure Games award ceremony for our most recent winners. Before I introduce our winners, I want to talk a little bit about Treasure Games if you haven't heard about it yet. 6 years ago now, I had an idea that I wanted to build a platform that could spread wealth better than the National Lottery does, because in the National Lottery, one person wins. And as of today, 186 million people lose every time there's a winner. And I thought to myself, what if I built a platform that I could have winners all the time? So 6 years ago, I started building that myself with my own money. And then I brought in my friends, 3 friends, to help me build it some more. And I created Treasure Games, a platform that pushes out clues and that I can add more games as it grows. And I can have games going all the time and people winning all the time. Right now, I'm just starting. So what's happening is everyone's seeing one region, one lamp. But in the future, what they'll see is 50 regions, 5 games. They're all different. People will be within 25 miles of a treasure, no matter where they live in the United States. So imagine thousands of people winning instead of one person winning. That's what compelled me to build Treasure Games. So I built this platform. No, thank you. Yeah, so I don't come from this space of treasure hunting, and I'll talk about that later in my keynote. I am driven by the idea that I think more people could win more often, and that's the only thing driving me. Everything else is just details, okay? So imagine spending 5 years alone, spending your own money, thinking it would work. And then last year, my 6th year, I launched it, and I was just like, is it gonna work? And it's just been pretty much a learning curve like this ever since. And the expense is even more, like the cost is more. So it's an expensive lesson, but there's lots of rewards. And one of them is gonna happen here today when you see these people who won $200,000. I have a video I'm gonna show for a few minutes of them finding the lamp if you haven't already seen it. If you're on Treasure Games, you've already seen some of this video.
Get over here, I just want to open it and see if it's it.
Well, why are you crying?
Because I'm praying to God it's it.
Well, hold on a second. I gotta crawl through these bushes here.
We're at the Vortex. I'm at the second to last group of trees to check. We got permission from the owners to come back here. I lifted it up, and there's
a QR.
It's TGS! Oh my fucking God!
It's TGS with a code. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Oh my God, we found it!
Here, hold on a second. I can't see. Oh man.
Oh my God.
Wow.
We got it! TGS!
Oh my God. You're kidding me.
And it says number 4. We found region 4.
No way. I can't figure out how to. Oh, here, I got your both phones.
I can't believe it.
I hope we get to keep the rock. It would look nice in the garden.
Here.
Oh, I like that lamp. It's awesome.
Oh my God, it's like solid stone.
Really?
Yes. Oh.
So I know what you're all wondering. Did he get to keep the rock? Yes, he did.
It's in my rock garden.
Derek wanted the rock, and it's in his garden. This is the ammo box. That is the lamp. There's the people in the video right there. And so I'm going to introduce them now, have them introduce themselves. I just want to say before I introduce these guys that we had 4 winners, and then a couple days ago we had a 5th winner. So we've had 5 winners, right? And so far. And again, I'm just getting started. I'm not even close to the vision. I would like to see 1,000 winners a year, but these guys here were our first team to win. So I'm excited to have our first team win. There's 6 team members. 3 of them are here. 2 of them were boots on the ground, and I'm going to have them now introduce themselves. So go ahead.
Hi, I'm Amanda Purnell. I live in Florida, but I'm from West Virginia, New Mexico, and Colorado. And I, like all of you, love looking for treasure.
Hi, I'm Debbie. You might know me as Cool Ma online. I am from Milwaukee. I have been treasure hunting for about 8 to 10 years. found Kawazars not that long ago, and that's what got me into a lot more of the hunts. And it was actually meeting people there that brought me here because they were doing a hunt when I was not, and they knew that I lived in the area of the hunt. And that's when they got a hold of me, and I became part of the team along with him.
Keep the mic close.
Yeah, yeah. I'm Eric Moore from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and I'm the one that is crazy enough to drive around and take her places, and at the drop of a hat, just, hey, let's go. I gotta turn it back over.
That's fine. All right.
So I am part of Team Rogues. Some of you know us. Some of you are scared of us. Our team got together during another treasure hunt. My team traditionally has 6 people. 4 of our team did this hunt, and Debbie and Derek joined us for the boots on the ground portion. Our team mostly communicates via Discord and Messenger, but mostly Discord. All of us were playing with Schlamps, and when we figured out that we were playing treasure games, when we figured out that it was in the Upper Peninsula, we knew that Debbie and Derek lived close. Because of the treasure hunting community, a lot of us know who lives in which states. And we've worked with Debbie before and knew that she's a beast, boots on the ground. So we got her to join us once we knew approximately where the treasure would be. During our Discord conversations, we share maps and Google searches, clues, things like that. And sometimes we have Zoom chats as well. So Debbie, when she went boots on the ground, we did a lot of Zooms with us getting to virtually see where she was and guide her as well.
They got a hold of me and explained to me about treasure games, and I agreed. And then they told me it was $200,000, and I said yes. And I said, whatever you guys want to do. It just so happened to be about a week or so before my birthday.
And we're birthday twins.
Yes, we're
Birthday twins.
I got involved. I signed up. We went over the clues and stuff like that. They brought me up to speed with some of the stuff. I tried to help out with some of the stuff. When I'm working on hunt, I like to try and figure a lot of the stuff out myself first if I'm like coming in later, so that I've got that same experience, and then just to get verification. They let me know what their thought processes were, the areas they were looking at, and I got a hold of my other half. Sorry about that.
Close.
I got a hold of my other half, and I said, hey, let them know about it. Do you want to go for a ride? It was my birthday weekend coming up, so we decided to go boots on the ground, just to go ahead. Okay.
That's kind of how it happened. How it actually happened was she says to me, Derek, there's this hunt that you might be interested in. I think you should check it out. And I said, sure. It looked great. And then she goes, you know, the Rogues got a hold of us and they wanted us to go boots on the ground. And this is all the information we have. And what do you think about hopping in a car and driving 5 hours to find something on a peninsula in an area you've never been before? And by the way, it's my birthday. Can we do this for my birthday? And I said, yes. And that's why we wound up in the area.
How we found it. In the poem, it talked about, the poem was about Greek mythology. The team had already worked on they had figured out Torch Lake, Greek Row, stuff like that. We were headed up towards the Houghton, Hancock area. And as we were driving up through Houghton, there's all these dorms that have all the Greek letters on them, Greek Row.
So the reason that we were interested in Michigan is because the poem, as we said, was about Greek mythology. And we learned that in Michigan, there was something called the Toledo War and the Treaty of Paris, and that really connected. So that's what got us there. We had clues that connected to several of the areas like Portage Lake and several Greek gods along the way. So eventually Debbie went all the way up to Prospector's Paradise. And that wasn't to be honest, originally on our list. But once she got there, we realized she had found the spot. So we had all these other places we thought matched up. But once she got there to the vortex, it was like, boom, you are in the right place. Stay there.
Yeah, we drove past the Labyrinth, which would have been the Minotaur. We actually passed Prospector's Paradise several times because I wanted to hit there last because I was going to spend some money there because it's a rock shop. Now, the day before, he had picked up a pamphlet for Prospector's Paradise. That night I had looked at it, and on the inside, it tells you about the vortex. It's got an underground river. And I shared that with the team on our Zoom that night. It's like, hey, that's really cool. We really like that idea. And when we got to Prospector's Paradise, after we looked around the building, we happened to be in back. I saw a bridge, and I saw this big sign that said vortex. We went and talked to the owner to find out the exact parameters of the area, and he let us know what they were. We went back there. When we first drove up, a lot of the stuff was pointing to the clues that had been dropped. When we got back into Prospector's Paradise, we saw the golden apple, which was mentioned in the poem. We saw a big rock with a divot in it with water and coins, which talked as far as having to pay. And then we saw like stone faces in the ground, stepping stones that remind me of Dionysus. And we went ahead and we did a video call with the team. So they were there with us. It's like, ooh, look at this. Ooh, look at this. This looks good. This looks good. And just being boots on the ground and looking around, everything just started lining up, and we felt very strong about it. Then I'd gotten about over 3/4 of the way through. I had to hand off the phone to Derek. Matt was talking with Derek and went back into the trees. And I don't think I was in there for 5 minutes when I had hit the rock with a stick. A lot of people, when they ask, how did you find it? Or how do you find these things? I'm like, if you didn't touch it, you didn't search it. You have to look at everything. There's devious hides. There's things that can be, I was telling somebody the other day, can be hidden under a lamp skirt.
Okay.
Yep, if you didn't touch it, you didn't search it. So we hit the rock, and then you saw Derek come up with the video and saw the rest of it. We went ahead and put a handout on the table that kind of outlines some of where the clues lined up, the spots we stopped at.
And more detailed pictures.
And more detailed pictures. This is Greek Row. This is our green pin. And this building right here, the last place on Earth, was a building just before Prospector's Paradise. Here's the rock. Here's the mural. There's a for Prospector's Paradise where it says the Rock Walmart. This is like a mining cart that's out in front of the building. And this is standing back by where we found it. This bridge here, and then that's the back of their building. So that kind of gives you a layout. The layout of the back was kind of like a horseshoe, and everything.
The handout has the actual pictures. So if you review the handout, the actual location of where it was hidden. Sorry about that. If you look at the handout that's on around here somewhere, you'll see the actual location of where the cast was, and it tied in a lot of the stuff that we found. Tied in with the clues. In terms of, like, for instance, one of our clues had to deal with like one thing being 2 or 3, which when you look at the tree that's actually there, it looks like 4 trees, but it's 1. And it was, again, part of the clues that we had. And we had about, at that time, 70 clues that we were going over.